It's classic movie time, and we're going to learn about 3 movies that kind of are connected in a way because of the turbulence and wars in our world. Joining me today, of course, movie lover with the Ohio State University Lima, assistant professor of art, Ian Breidenbach. And thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, so we're going to have a U.S., a Russian, and an Iran movie. So let's start with U.S., all right?
Yeah, all right.
Citizen Kane, awesome movie.
Yeah, 1941, Orson Welles, the sort of American, I don't know, I would say the American film, the classic American film. Made when he was 25, 26 years old.
That is
just
amazing,
insane.
isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, like this is his first film. He came out of the gate just like breaking all the rules, really being formally experimental. This whole film is told non-linearly. I think that it's like incredibly fascinating to talk about this movie in terms of like who actually is Charles Foster Kane, like this media mogul that Wells is also playing. And I think the first and last shots of this movie are like, that's the telling part. Everything else is told through accounts of people that were around Charles Foster Kane. But then the very first shot of this film is a no trespassing sign, right? And it's like, how do you know a human being? And maybe you don't. Are they their actions? Are they their objects?
Right,
Yes.
that's the other object's key there.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at lists of movies, I mean, everybody always has that one at the top, like best movie ever, and you need to watch it and stuff. And it's black and white, but who cares? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's incredibly relevant, again.
Yeah, even now, exactly.
It's a media mogul, like, you know, telling his version of the world. Like, yeah, it's fascinating. But I also think it's like a cautionary tale in that, like, this guy gets what he wants, you know? He wants to be an individual. He wants to be left alone. And in the end, that's all he is. Yep.
He is. All right, so let's move to Russian art.
Okay.
Never saw that movie, so tell us more.
This is phenomenal. This is an insane film. It's by Alexander Sokurov, made in 2001, 2002 maybe. It is one shot. It is 96 minutes long. It is one take. The camera is like you, the individual viewer. Sort of, it's first person. It's shot with a Steadicam through the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. And it goes through Russian history inside of this museum. Through its art, it has thousands of extras. It is insanely choreographed. They finished it on its 4th run through.
Really?
Yeah, they had to do it 4 times before they finally got it right. But it follows this guy right here. He's the sort of French ambassador from like the 17th century or 18th century. And so like it really deals with time in a strange way. It jumps you back and forth through Russian history, but it also like really complicates that by asking you, what is Russia? Like, is it European? Is it Asian? Like, where do they like sort of find themselves?
Right.
And by the end of this film, they wave goodbye to Europe while waving at that French diplomat. And it's fascinating because I think it's in the entirety of the European continent that they're saying goodbye to. Sokurov was really interested in like creating elegies. And so I think this is sort of a eulogy to a type of way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then this one, I noticed they called a docu-fiction.
Yep.
It's called Close Up. Let's talk
Close
about that
Up
one.
by Abbas Kiarostami, 1990 film. I love this one. Like the previous 2 are wildly opulent. Like they exist in these worlds of like sort of power, and showing you like the object, showing you the way that those objects create culture, right? But this one is very individual. It follows a case, I'll say. Let's start there. This man, Hossein Sabzian, pretends to be a filmmaker. And sort of embeds himself with a family because he comes from a lower class. He doesn't have a job. He's very poor. He's like trying to figure out where to get his next meal. And someone on a bus meets him, and he pretends to be this filmmaker, Mohsen Makhmalbaf, and tries to convince them that that's who he is so that he could, you know, he loves art and he loves film and he wants to be a filmmaker. And like throughout this film, he pretends to be a filmmaker. catching
Does it get
a boss,
complicated?
catching a boss Kiarostami's interest as a filmmaker. And so he films the trial and then reenacts all of the things that led up to the trial with the people who were involved. And
Wow.
so throughout the entire film, like, really pay attention to like when this film started being made, because it's about halfway through.
Really? Wow.
And then it goes back and like really weaves this sort of narrative about like the power of art to transcend your position as an individual. It's gorgeous.
Interesting. Good stuff that you brought up. Thanks for
Yep.
coming today.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.